So good morning, all beautiful mommies over here. Breastfeeding is said to be very natural. People feel it is, though it is a natural. What I feel is, it is a art which you need to be learned. So there are so many problems nowadays mothers are facing with the breastfeeding, and people feel, oh, what is there in that? Okay, so today we are going to see how to deal with it, what to do about it. So there are so many questions in the mind of new moms about breastfeeding. So I have taken few frequently asked questions by the mother. The first question is, see, why all the mothers, they feel, why should I breastfeed first? Okay, when there are so many milk, so many formulas are available in the market, why should I breastfeed? So if you will see in the nature is always teaching us that mother's milk is the best. So if you will see over here, all animals in the nature, they breastfeed their children. They do not go to any other animal to ask milk for their children. Okay, if you will see over here, there is a donkey. गाढव सुद्धा आपल्या बाळाला आपलं दूध पाजतं. So what nature is saying is mother's milk is best for your baby. So if you will see, this is a very beautiful picture over here by Dr. Anil Mokashi. So the milk which is of cow or buffalo's milk, it is for their babies who are born and their weight at the time of birth is almost 30 kg. Mother's milk is for her baby who is born with the weight of almost 3 kg. So that is the difference between the weight. So the milks of a mother and the milk of the cow are designed that way. Okay, so if you will see in the picture, the cow and the calf, they are looking at a small boy. What is this happening? Why this human being baby is having my milk? What are the benefits to the baby if you breastfeed your child? So as I said, your baby will get all the nutrients in proper proportion which are required for your baby's growth and baby's development. It is germ free because because it directly goes into baby's mouth from mother's breast. Even now in the new research which has come, it says that there is no active coronavirus is found in mother's breast milk. It is safe to breastfeed your child at this time also. It also provides, nowadays we are talking a lot about the immunity factors. So the breast milk provides immune factors for your baby. It protects your baby against various infections, for example, pneumonia, diarrhea. So it's a ready-made immunity booster for your child. It is at right temperature. गरम करू, किती गरम करू, किती थंड असलं पाहिजे? No, it's just at a right temperature. And the research has proved that your child is going to be more intelligent with breast milk. The research has proved that the breastfed babies get protection against asthma and allergies. It is proved that the breastfed babies get protection against few diseases in later life, such as there is obesity, hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, and there is a decreased risk of some type of cancers to the baby in later life if you breastfeed your child. So it creates a stronger bond between the baby and the mother. So the bonding is more. The benefits of the baby are there, but are they going to benefit you if you breastfeed? Yes. The first thing, everyone nowadays is very conscious about the weight loss. So breast milk helps you to lose the weight if you breastfeed your child. Okay, it helps you to get you back in the shape, but obviously it should be complemented with a proper diet, proper exercise and yoga. Because suppose if you will say, oh, I'm breastfeeding my child, but you are just sitting on the bed all the time for 24 hours, having 4-5 laddus in a day, and सकाळ संध्याकाळ भरपूर तूप घातलेला शिरा असं जर सतत आपण खातोय काही एक्सरसाइज करत नाही तर it is not going to help you. So that is also very important to keep in mind. So there is a decreased risk of, so breastfeeding gives you protection against, say, breast, ovarian cancer, uterus cancers. You get a protection against it. It also helps you, it acts as a contraception. It helps you to, you know, delay the next pregnancy. But it always remember that you should take the advice of your gynecologist is about, because it is not the sole method of contraception. So it is very important to consult your gynecologist after 6 weeks of delivery. So it also helps in early placenta, expulsion of placenta. So it helps to contract the uterus very faster. Okay, so also it helps in reducing the post delivery bleeding. So the anemia, the chances of anemia are reduced. It is very convenient and it requires no preparation. Think if you have to give the outside milk, how much preparation is involved in that. So it also, the research proved that it also helps in postmenopausal osteoporosis in your later life. सतत बऱ्याच बायका कंप्लेन करत असतात, गुडघे दुखतायत, कंबर दुखते. So if you breastfeed, it is because of due to the bone loss, and that's why the breastfeeding gives you protection against this osteoporosis. And it's just a free thing, you don't have to pay any single penny for this. So, and also if you will see the breastfed babies, they fall very less sick, so your expenses, the medical expenses are saved. So basically this is a benefit to the father. So declining breastfeeding rates will increase the need for animal milk. Suppose सगळ्या आयांनी तुम्ही ठरवलं की नो, आय एम नॉट गोइंग टू ब्रेस्ट फीड, आपण संपावर जायचं, आय एम नॉट गोइंग टू ब्रेस्ट फीड, व्हॉट विल हॅपन, द नीड फॉर द फॉर्म्युला मिल्क और द पॅकेट मिल्क विल इन्क्रीज. अँड आपण जनरली पॅकेट्स ही सगळी प्लास्टिकचे पॅकेट्स वगैरे आहेत, व्हॉट वी डू इज we just throw it in the environment, and that creates the environmental imbalance. So breastfeeding is eco-friendly, which is very important nowadays. So we say that always, though the breast milk color is yellow and then white, we say that the breast milk is green because it helps the environment. Okay, so it is not only advantageous to the mother and the baby, but just now we saw it saves the father's money. If the child is intelligent, he's going to become an intelligent citizen. So it is beneficial to the society and obviously to the country. So the breastfeeding benefits are so much over the risks and the disadvantages of the formula. So it is very important that every child should get breast milk. It is the right of a child. So now the next question which comes, so how should I prepare myself? So there are the few things, if you will learn during your pregnancy period, the stress post delivery will be very less. So you will find the things much easier because already you know it. So which now class you are going to attend, so you will get an idea, you will be prepared for that breastfeeding moment and the things which will happen post delivery. So now it is very important in this corona situation also, now it is very important that you arrange for a helping hand. See, you will find 24 hours you are just breastfeeding your child. अरे मी 24 तास हेच करते, बाकी काही करायला मला वेळच मिळत नाही आहे. तर you will require a helping hand. So you make an arrangement of it right now only, how you are going to manage that. Read books about breastfeeding, which will give you a knowledge about it. This is the antenatal class which you are going to attend now. So here from this class also you are going to, get some information about it. Second, I will also like to tell you, you arrange your clothes. Because the clothes, what clothes you are going to wear post delivery play Very important role in breastfeeding. Please avoid the feeding gowns. You know, they are not good. Your clothes post delivery should be front open. They should open from here to the end of the stomach, because post delivery with the baby, the skin to skin contact is very important. With the feeding gums, what happens, you just open the zip and you try to latch on the baby, and the zip comes on baby's face and the baby is moving here and there, and so एक प्रकारचा struggle चालू असतो. So it should not be like that. So the clothes should be front open. So anything is not there now in this situation. If you are not able to arrange at the end moment, then the best, I always tell mothers, if you have your husband's shirts or your own shirt, just wear that and wear some skirt, petticoat down. That is also a best outfit for breastfeeding. So basically it should be front open. Have healthy food, have sunlight. Now I agree that it's not safe to go out, but you can sit in your balcony and daily for 15-20 minutes, and because the sunlight, for vitamin D, sunlight is very important. We always, from BPNI Maharashtra, nowadays we have found that we ask the mothers to have 1 carrot every day post your 7 month of pregnancy. Not in the first 3, 4, 5 months, but afterwards you can have daily 1 carrot. That gives you good vitamin A. Also, it helps to increase the quality and the color of the milk which you're going to get in the first 3 days. So just relax now and be ready for the to welcome your baby. So next question is when should I start breastfeeding? So what WHO recommends is, WHO recommends if it is normal delivery, the initiation should be by breast crawl. Suppose, what is this breast crawl? Breast crawl means if you will keep your baby post delivery after the cord clamping, if you will place the baby on your chest, the baby actually crawls, go to the breast and start feeding, start latching and feeding. That is called as the breast crawl. If you want to see this beautiful video, you can log into www.breastcrawl.org. You will find this beautiful video which we have done a shooting of this in Nandurbar district while our training sessions for UNICEF. So just see that, it's an amazing video. So breastfeeding should be what WHO says, within 5 minutes. As soon as your that cord clamping is done, the baby should be given a skin to skin contact. Okay, and the breastfeeding which should be initiated within first hour of life. Why people are saying why the breastfeeding should be initiated within 1 hour of the life? Because the first 1 hour the baby is very active and alert. The baby learns to latch in very fast. The baby, when kept in skin to skin contact, the baby remains warm. Also the baby gets protection against infections. The baby also, when baby, because of this skin to skin contact, the mother's body, oxytocin is released, which helps in throwing out the milk. Also the process of making the milk starts. So this 1 hour of the baby's first life is very important. So you can see that video and you can show it to in a hospital where you are going to deliver, and you can try for it. So next question is, so there is a tradition अजूनही अनेक community मध्ये this tradition is followed, that before the first breastfeeding, the baby is given a honey or the sugar water. मध चाटवण्याची जी प्रक्रिया आहे बेबीला, ती अतिशय कॉमन आहे. इट्स नॉट लाईक दॅट ओ द विलेज पीपल मस्ट बी डुईंग दिस. नो. So many years I'm working for UNICEF now. Due to the awareness at village level, this tradition of giving honey to the baby soon after the birth is now they are not following it, because now so much awareness we have created at rural level, but people still follow these rituals. So which are, so whether they should be given to the baby or not, the answer is no. So why no? Because there is a risk of infection. Second thing, so if you will give 1 spoon, 2 spoons of sugar water to the baby's stomach is going to become full, and the baby is not going to show any eagerness to suck onto the breast. Also, the first breastfeeding is going to get delayed because of that, because the baby will be sleeping, and once the baby sleep on the day one, the baby sleeps for a very longer period. So there are chances of breastfeeding failure. The baby may not latch also, because baby knows something I get, which my stomach gets full, I get it from other way. So baby may not show any eagerness in latching. So such things should not be given to the baby. So the next question is, where should I keep my baby? So the WHO recommends always the rooming in. The baby and the mother should be in one single room. So most of the time it is asked, is it safe to sleep in the same bed with the baby? So nowadays, if you will find in most of the maternity homes, there are no cradles, because the BFHI, that is the Breast Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative, says that the baby and the mother should be placed together. Why together? Because then you can feed on demand. It becomes very easy to feed. The baby remains warm. The risk of infection is reduced. The mother gets oxytocin levels are very high when the baby is closer. And thus a very strong bond is formed between you and your baby. And the baby sleeps very well when they are kept close to the mother. So the rooming in should be practiced. So the next question, this is from where all breastfeeding problems start. Okay, so whenever I go to the hospital for my rounds, only one questions all the mothers they ask me, and the whole breastfeeding problem starts from this. Whenever I go to the hospital after the delivery, the mothers are just sitting like that, worrying, looking here and there. So I say, what happened? They say, there is no milk, my breasts are empty, only two drops are coming, how am I going to feed my baby? When I go next, suppose if I am going on a day 2, day 3, then also same thing. They are saying my milk is so less that my baby is crying all the time, or they have a complaint ki, how can I feed my baby? My baby is sleeping all the time, not ready to get up only. And the stress starts because they feel there is no milk. And once the stress starts, really that affects your flow. So why there is no milk soon after the delivery? If first 3 days, it is true that the milk is less. Okay, this milk is very sticky, yellowish in color, and this is called as the colostrum. This is very precious, I tell you. जेव्हा गाईची डिलिव्हरी होती, when a cow is delivered, तुम्हाला माहितीये खरवस जो असतो, ज्याच्यापासून चीक दुधापासून जो खरवस बनतो, सो ते चीक दूध आहे, ते चीक दूध खूप महाग असतं compared to the milk. तर why? Because that has more nutrients. So same like that, the mother produces colostrum in the first 3 days, which is rich of antibodies, I tell you. And nowadays, which are very much in this COVID situation, antibodies play a lot of important role in your baby's health. They are going to play. Also, it is always remember, because of this antibodies, it is going to be, though it is called BCG is the first vaccine, remember that my colostrum is going to be my baby's first vaccination. So it helps in passing the first stool. It so that the jaundice, the physiological jaundice, helps in reduce the physiological jaundice. Also, it helps for the complete maturation of the intestine, and it is very rich in vitamin A and vitamin K. So if in the first 3 days, the baby should be fed very frequently because it is less. So once the baby feeds very frequently, the baby's stomach capacity is fulfilled. Now the question is, with this such a small milk, is my baby's hunger is going to satisfy? That is the mother's question to me. No, I don't want to keep my baby hungry. So I always show them this chart. I am having it on my chart also. So if you will see, your baby's stomach is just going to be like a cherry, okay, on day 1. So it's just 5 to 7 ml, and on by day 3 it becomes 20 to 30 ml. So 5 to 7 ml, suppose if your baby, even if the colostrum is coming in drops, if your baby is going to suck for 15-20 minutes, the baby will get 5 to 7 ml, means 20-25 drops. So your baby's stomach is going to fulfill if you will feed every 2 to 3 hourly. So the question is, when people say, when the doctors say feed your baby frequently, then few mothers tell me my baby doesn't wake up only in 2 hours, though how much I try. So how to wake up a sleepy baby? So if you sometimes, if it is asked to, still many people believe that just tickle the baby's feet, त्याच्या पायावर असं असं मारत राहिलं की ते उठतं. So just remember, on a day of holiday, someone is coming and taking you up that way. Do you like that? No, not at all. You'll get angry, and same thing happens with the baby when you do this on the baby's fit and the baby starts crying. And then the mother gets scared. No, no, no. Oh my God, why baby is crying? So today I'm going to tell you, and I think every mother should know this, how to wake up a sleepy baby. Suppose if you want to breastfeed, now I have to feed my baby. So how to wake up a sleepy baby? Remember that the first thing, remove the blanket. Then check for the diaper. If the diaper is wet, you change it. Put the baby on skin to skin contact. So I have my baby with you. You put it like this and just move your hands on baby's body. Okay, so like that, this you massage your baby's back, arms, legs, so the baby gets stimulated and the baby gets up. Also, you should know about the feeding cues. When I ask the mothers in antenatal session, how do you know that, how you would know that your baby is hungry? They always say, when the baby will start crying, the baby is hungry. But remember, crying is a very late cue of feeding. When the child gets frustrated, then the child starts crying. So before crying, your baby tells you gives you some cues that आई मला भूक लागले, आता तू मला पाज. So what the baby starts, the sucking movement, baby starts doing like that. Baby opens the eyes, moves the eyes, starts sucking the hand like that, makes some sounds like the the baby becomes restless and then starts crying when we avoid all the cue. So try to pick up these cues. If you find the baby is doing such thing, that means the baby is telling you that, Mama, I'm hungry, feed me, so that the baby will not cry only. So remember these feeding cues in the first 3 days which you will require. Then this is again a question, how long should I feed? How frequently should I feed? 3 hourly, 2 hourly, 20 minutes one breast, half an hour one breast. Some says 10 minutes, some says this, some says that, and the mothers get so confused and finally they say, give up. Whatever I do, my child is not satisfied only. So always remember, when these numbers are involved, it becomes a mathematics, and breastfeeding is not a mathematics. It's an art which you needs to be learned. So you should breastfeed on demand whenever your child wants. If after 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever, you just breastfeed on demand. How long should I breastfeed? Should breastfeed till your baby wants. So one breast, you will find after 20-25 minutes, the baby gets tired. If baby still wants more, you can shift to the other breast. And generally after 30-40 minutes of exercise, the baby sleeps. But baby sleeps with baby ला माहित असतं की थोडंच घेतलंय मी, So the baby, after 1.5 hours, the baby remembers, oh, I am hungry. So baby gets up. The mothers feel, oh God, just 1 hour back I fed this fellow. Again, why is up? And almost 80% babies, they have a habit of doing this all nakras, demanding at night. Always remember, at night milk is more, your body produces more milk, so feed more at night. So feed on demand. Next question. Okay, I'll feed on demand, doctor. I'll feed 10 times, I'll feed 12 times, I'll feed 13 times, but how do I know that my milk is going to the baby and it is sufficient for the baby? I always say that देवाने खूप छान बनवलं स्त्रीला. The God has made the lady very beautiful. Only one mistake the God has done is that he has not made the breast transparent, so you cannot see कितना जा रहा है. And the mothers are always worrying कितना जा रहा होगा, कितना जा गया भी नहीं भी गया, how do I know? So there are 3 ways to know that. There are 3 ways to measure your breast milk. So it is by baby's urine, stool, and weight. Okay, weight is a pediatrician's concern. Leave on him. So what you are going to check is how many nappies you are changing a day. That is very important. More the nappies of baby, more the milk. But you will find in the first initial 3-4 days, the urine output is very less. Okay. So how you will remember? I always tell the mother a very easy way to remember. कसं लक्षात ठेवायचंय? तर first day the baby passes the 1 urine. What we are expecting from the baby to say that the baby is getting milk on day 1, 1 urine. Day 2, 2 urines. Day 3, 3 urine. Day 4, 4 urine. Day 5, 5 urine. Day 6, 6 urine. And day 6 onwards, minimum 6 urines every 24 hours. म्हणजे पहिल्या दिवशी 1, दुसऱ्या दिवशी 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 युरिन्स आणि 6व्या दिवसानंतर प्रत्येक 24 तासाला 6 युरिन. Okay. About the stool color is black and the baby should pass the first stool in first 24 to 48 hours. Okay. After that, the baby passes 2-3 stools daily, but the color should change to yellow by day 6. Always remember. So day 6 is very important. The first 6 days, feed very frequently on demand. Whenever, don't look at the clock, just feed whenever your baby wants. More you breastfeed, more milk will get produced on day 4. First 3 days is a colostrum, and that's why the baby's urine output, stool, is also less. As the milk comes in, the actual milk which you are thinking about, it comes on day 4. If you are relaxed, if you are feeding, so if you are feeding well, so after that you will find my baby's urine is increasing, and oh God, kitty, so many nappies I am changing. So when the mother says, I'm just tired of changing the nappies, that means the mother is breastfeeding very well. Okay, so baby is getting a lot of milk. So day 6 onward, 6 urines minimum. More the urine, better it is. 6 urines every 24 hours, and stool should be yellow after 6 days. Stool can be 2-3 daily. Stool can be every time you breastfeed, which is also normal. After 40 days, you might find that the baby is not passing stool only for 2-3 days, or baby is passing stool every weekly. That is also normal. Okay. So urine should be all the time. Baby should keep passing urine. Now about the weight is a pediatrician concern. Initial days the baby loses the weight, then baby starts gaining the weight, and the pediatricians, they keep checking it, and the baby should gain minimum 500 grams to 1 kg per month. So this indicates that you are breastfeeding very well. Now the most important question is, how should I breastfeed my child? So it depends. You can take a help of nearby lactation consultants for positioning your baby, your position. So how the baby's position should be. So you will see the baby should be turned towards you. That is very important. Don't keep the baby away. Give a skin to skin contact. See that the baby's head and body can you see the baby? I'll just get up. See that the baby's head and body are in one line. The neck and the backs are well supported like this. So this should be the baby's position. So there are many positions in which the baby can be held. So this is a normal cradle position. This is a cross cradle position. This is a football position. If you're going to deliver twins, the football position is going to be very useful. So how you should sit? How you should sit is, you should sit straight. That is very important. The first thing. Hold the breast in C shape. Lift up your breast. Don't forget to touch the nipple to the baby's upper lip. Let baby open a big mouth and grasp your breast. And don't forget to chat with your baby while breastfeeding. This is how the baby's mouth should look on your nipple to avoid the cracks on the nipple. Okay, if baby, suppose this is the nipple, if the baby takes only nipple, it hurts. So remember that the mouth full of breast. Baby should take the maximum black part also inside baby's mouth. So that is very important. Look at the picture. The baby should breastfeed this way. And for that, touch your nipple. Don't forget, touch your nipple here. Baby's upper lip. If you touch the nipple, baby will open a big mouth. Check the baby closer. Okay, so baby will take your mouth full of breast and it will not hurt your nipple. It will not give you a soreness. You will enjoy breastfeeding. Otherwise, it is very difficult to enjoy the breastfeeding. How long should I breastfeed my child? 6 months exclusive breastfeeding. And after that, start complementary feed to the baby and continue breastfeeding for minimum 2 years. That is what the WHO says. What about my diet? So after delivery, now everyone is will giving you, tula he khaise ka, tula vada khaise ka, tula he khaise ka, te khaise ka. So they will give you everything what you want. But once your baby is out, there are so many restrictions on your diet in some communities. So are they really required? So no. I always ask, whenever I take an antenatal class, I always ask the mothers, are you a patient? They say, no, we are not patients. Then why so restriction? So have everything, but have homemade food, avoid the outside food. And this is a situation now in the world where we are not getting only any outside food, but even if it is, we are getting nowadays, avoid it. Drink plenty of water. Also, there are some galactogogues. Galactogogues means which help in increasing your flow. They are like, you can take shatavari, you can take oats in your diet, which are post-delivery, I'm talking about this, to increase the milk supply. Oats, methi dani, also halim seeds, म्हणजे अळीव आपल्याला जे बोलतो, अळीवाचे लाडू येतात. ते अळशी, that is a flax seeds, बडीशेप. All these things help you in increasing your milk. So you can have them as per your. So thank you very much for listening very patient.
If you have any queries, doubts, please add them into the comment section below. Please subscribe our channel Hirikani Adunik Yogachi. Please click on the bell icon so that you will get a notification for our new videos. All the best and enjoy your motherhood.